how on earth have we managed to lose this game? I mean, well, on the bright side, we have qualified, yes, for the semi-finals for the first time in 6 years, but that defeat was quite questionable because every player in this particular squad, every unit was poor, from the defense to the midfield down to the attacking line. Well, with exception to Szczesny. And if you look at the lineup, Flick said that it was a perfect time to rest Pedri, and after like 15 minutes, we saw that it was not the right choice. And I felt like he was actually missing him because the midfield had no control. There was nobody to dictate the play in midfield. Although Frankie de Jong was there, but it did not matter much as we considered within the first 15 minutes of the game. And that was very bad because it was almost as if the entire team did not know what they were doing. Like, the first goal was penalty. I mean, it was crazy. Kunde kept his man onside and Szczesny considered that penalty. And it was a beautiful Panenka goal from Guirassy. I mean, where was Guirassy in the first leg when they were looking for goals? He was busy missing sitters upon sitters upon sitters. Now, he has gotten a hat-trick against Barcelona. I think this is like the second player in this campaign that has gotten a hat-trick against us prior to Pavlidis' performance versus Benfica, right? Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on this game? I think for me it was a poor performance in total, and then you cannot undermine the influence of Pedri in this midfield. I mean, he gives the midfield some kind of some kind of calmness and relaxed vibe, and that is what actually happened when he came on. Although the game did not go in our favor because it was almost as if everybody did not perform the way they should. Everybody was below par. And what was this defending? What was this defending from Jules Koundé? You had your man on during the corner set piece, and all of a sudden you left him. How will you leave a number 9 to be on his own? He scores like that. It was just a free goal. God, I am so pissed. I felt like we could have at least gotten a draw in this game somehow, because when the own goal came in the second half, I felt like there was some ray of hope to probably get a result, probably a draw or something. But then Ronald Araujo did something very unimaginable. I mean, when the subs came on, Eric Garcia and Ferran Torres, okay, fine, it was to manage the deficit and reduce the number of goals that have been scored. But then Eric Garcia and Gerard Martin, although by the ratings he had a high rating, I think in contrast to the performance, the actual performance, it was a shambolic show. It was a disaster because it felt like it was a total irony of Balde, because the attack, it was just a few times that he put in that cross in the final third, and it was so bad. Like, when Eric Garcia and Gerard Martin decided to mark their man, it was not a good sight. And to top it all off, Ronald Araujo saw the danger and he decided to give Guirassy a third goal to make it a hat-trick. The game has come to an end actually, but the performance was not good. What are your thoughts on these guys? What did you guys think could have happened differently? Because at this point, this should be our first loss in this year, 2025. If I'm not mistaken, we have not lost a game in 2025. This should be our first, and I hope it does not continue. So guys, what are your thoughts? Please do let me know what your thoughts are, and let's talk. Cheers.